You good?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Mom vs. the Heart podcast. You already know me. I'm your host, Jamal, and I'm joined here today with...
Keira.
All right, Miss Keira. Tell everybody about yourself. Let them know maybe your age, what you like to do, relationship status.
Okay. I'm 20 years old. What I like to do is roller skate, dance, work out, and run occasionally.
Okay.
Relationship status, I'm single currently.
Okay.
So.
What's your major?
My major is communications, so.
Okay. So, first question I got for you, Miss Keira, is what is your type of guy?
I would say my type of guy is probably somebody, okay, I like a guy who's like athletic kind of, or like works out. Mm-hmm. It's just like off rip.
Mm-hmm.
But like on a deeper level,
mm-hmm.
I like a guy who's like gentle, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Like gentle, but he's not like overbearingly gentle. Like when I'm with somebody, I like my humor is like
mm-hmm.
dark humor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I like someone that I can like mess around with,
mm-hmm.
but like I like someone that can be gentle with me still. So that's really, and I like a guy that can really communicate. Like communication is a really big thing
mm-hmm.
for me. I don't like closed off guys, even though like I understand the closed offness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just like if they're not willing to kind of change that,
mm-hmm.
then it's like I can't really deal
So you don't like Mr. Nonchalant? No. So when you say gentle,
no.
but can gentle, but can still like get you straight, or like what? Like what do you mean?
Like okay, gentle.
Because y'all be wanting guys to put y'all in y'all place. So like, what is that? What you talking about?
To a certain extent, I like to be put in my place to a certain extent.
She said she like that toxic stuff, y'all.
No.
I'm playing.
But it's like put in my place. I kind of get like defensive with that stuff. Like don't.
Oh, she a big baby.
No, I'm not a big baby.
She conditioned, but can't take it.
No. But it's just like I don't know. It's a way you have to go about it. That
mm-hmm.
I'll listen. Like if you just like come up and you're like really assertive, I'm like But when I say gentle, I think I mean like in the sense of I'm an emotional person.
Yeah. The biggest babies, you know.
It's like when you're emotional, I don't know. I deal with stuff a certain way. I think of things like on a deep level, like at
mm-hmm.
all times.
Mm-hmm.
So I like someone that's kind of not, I guess, conscious of that
mm-hmm.
in a sense. And like, but I don't like someone who's like super babyish of me either. Like,
mm-hmm.
I'm emotional, yes that, but at the same time, like I don't always want it to be like, oh, like I don't like all that. So that's kind of what I mean.
So he gotta be gentle but still kind of dominant, right?
Just like both, dominant.
You gotta know the balance.
Yeah, balance it out. That's all.
Ain't a lot of fellas we doing. Anyways, so assertive but kind of gentle, dominant, whatever case may be, and great communicator.
Yeah.
Right, great communicator. And so that's 2. You got anything else?
I would also add like
works out. I'm sorry, works out.
Works out.
That's 3.
But like also like really respectful.
Respectful.
And not just to like the girl that he's talking to, like respectful like just in general.
To women in general.
Yeah.
People in general.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So like just being respectful to the girl that you're like trying to
mm-hmm.
talk to is not being, that's just you like putting on a facade to me, really.
Okay.
So
okay.
you need to be respectful to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like
So what about the physicality part? Like physically, like just black guys or white guys, does it matter? Or
I mean, to be honest,
what's the height gotta be?
Well, I mean, everyone. I'm 5'5",
mm-hmm.
really 5'4".
Like tiny.
5'5". Yeah. So I mean, most people are taller than
mm-hmm.
me. So I mean, I like a guy that's taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I really only have messed with black guys, really.
Okay.
So I mean, that's really it. But
so no height requirement.
Not really, no. As long as you're taller than me, I'm cool.
Oh, okay. He could be 5'6".
Right.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Fellas, y'all hear it. Guys, chat, y'all hear it. You know what I'm saying? She just said.
It really doesn't come down to like it comes down to like a physical appearance, like.
So define a physical appearance, like
no,
guys come in many different.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like it matters more to me, like what's inside of you, like on a physical sense.
Get your lovey-dovey.
It's true. Like it matters more to me, like what's inside rather than. I like a guy. I like a guy that can dress though.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mr. Put it on, right?
I'm not gonna lie. We can't dress. We can't go nowhere.
Okay. So you be putting it on?
Sometimes,
like
very rarely.
Oh, but he gotta put it on all the time. See, chat, bro, chat. Guys out there, man. That's what I be telling y'all, bro.
Well, because it's just like, I mean, like I'll put it like. if I have to. Like if we had like going to class or something, not gonna lie, at the beginning I'll put on an outfit.
Mm-hmm.
We get to the middle of the end of the semester, I'm coming in
You
leggings and a sweatshirt.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But I'm saying like I need him to be able to dress. Like I'm not saying you have to put it on every day.
Y'all go
like,
out a day,
yeah,
like
you
a
have
port,
to like,
whatever
yeah,
case. Yeah, okay.
You have to be able to. We can't be mix matching.
Right,
like,
right.
So,
most definitely.
So yeah.
So with that being said, right, with your type, mentally, and you got your type physically, you still didn't, clarify on what type of body type do you want him to have though?
I don't.
He could be big body, like. But you want the bodybuilder type? You want the basketball player type, which is the tall and lanky, or you want the football player, the build a bear? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I guess thinking about like who like in my past, I would say I mostly go for like
tall and lanky.
yeah.
Okay, but still kind of okay. I got you. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, y'all heard it out there. You want to shoot your shot at them. Make sure these are qualifications that you gotta have. You feel me? If you don't meet these qualifications, goodbye.
Goodbye is crazy. Wow.
Well, with that being said, man, so we're gonna get right into it with another question. My question to you is, with these qualifications that you want this guy to meet, what do you bring to him? What just for the guys that may want to shoot their shot at you, what do they get in return? Right?
Well, I would say for me, I'm like the really supportive, like encouraging girl.
Really? I'm just saying, really.
Yes, like I don't know. When I like really am messing with somebody, I'm like all for whatever they're going for. Like I'm really supportive of them. And then I would also say, this is something I struggle with a little bit. But like I said, I'm really big on communication. So I try my best to communicate things. I really want to, when I'm talking to somebody, I really want to understand them and like how they got to become the person they are. So I like to do like a lot of like, I guess like, not like therapy, but
no, you good.
Like,
ask questions.
Ask questions and like get to know you on a deeper level. Just because it's like, I don't know. I don't like having like surface level like relationships. And that goes into like relationships like with a guy, or, like friendships with anybody. Like I just want to be like on a closer level with everybody. So man. But so that's kind of like, I guess that's like the biggest thing about me. I'm really caring. I'm really like, and I like I'm with the guy. If I really, like I said, like I really mess with you, I like to like I'll buy you like a lot.
What's the most you ever
like
spent?
I get
What's the most you ever spent on a guy?
I'm not putting that.
Why?
No.
Why? The chat want to know.
No,
You
Check
said
gonna have to find that.
What? You said you gonna buy him some. We want to know what the tax bracket is.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd like to put look together like little gift baskets and like put stuff in there. And buy like shoes and stuff, like that kind of stuff. So.
How sweet.
It just depends. Like I said, if I'm really messing with you, I really would do like mostly everything. Like
you're just gonna be 10 toes down behind him, right? Got him.
Basically,
hold him down a little bit.
Exactly, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you're single. So are you looking for somebody? Are you interested in being with anybody? Or you just kind of like, I'm worried about myself, worried about my bag?
I mean, well, currently I would say I'm like interested in.
You're not, or you are?
I am.
You are, okay.
But I am also like, I don't know. I'm at a place right now where I'm like turning over a new leaf, I guess you could say.
Okay, expand on that.
So I'm kind of, I don't know. Just with where I am in life, like there's a lot of changes and stuff going on. So I guess like I'm trying to settle myself down more. Like I guess stabilize myself a little more.
Okay.
I had a lot of stuff going. My life is really chaotic, so I have like a lot of stuff going on all the time. So I'm just trying to like, I guess, lock in with school, to be honest.
Lock in with school,
like,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a lot going on, but like I said, I guess I'm currently interested in.
You are. Okay.
Yes.
So if a guy want to shoot his shot at you, how should he do so? Like what you Instagram DM, or you want the in person?
I don't even know. Preferably, if someone was to shoot their shot at me, I would say in person. I don't like, to be honest, I don't really look at my DMs like that because it's just like a lot of guys say the same thing too.
What do they say? We want to know. Chat, I told y'all about coming at these girls like this, man. What do they
or
say?
Even the person to be saying the same thing. The biggest thing that I get is that people will come up to me and be like, "You have a very nice smile." And I'm like, "Oh." I'd be like, "Oh, thank you." But then it's like, another thing I don't like is when a guy comes up to me in public and they're like right here automatically.
Like, it's
And
like
they
straight up in your face?
Like, and they be like grabbing you like, I'd be like, "No."
Chat, bro.
Slap
Chat,
your
bro.
arm, 'cause
Guys, did I not tell y'all to stop being weird, bro? Like,
it's
stop
not
being
getting
weird
you
to the ladies,
anywhere.
man.
It's not getting you
They
anywhere.
get turned off by it. I keep telling y'all that, bro.
Immediately. I
Anyway.
get like mad immediately. I'm like, first of all, why are you touching me? I don't know you.
I'm trying to help
And then
you.
you're right here in my ear. I can smell your breath.
Oh,
I don't
Lord.
want to.
Guys, get some Tic Tacs, some
I
gum, brush your teeth before you go to
I
the
don't
party.
wanna- I don't wanna-
Look, man,
yeah.
if you're going to go to the party and you got some liquor in your system, whatever the case may be, man, get a pack of gum,
Figure
man.
it out.
It don't take that much to get a
Figure
pack
it
of gum.
out.
I'm trying to help the
No.
guys out there, okay? But we going to keep pushing.
But no, it's like when a guy comes up to me and they're like, when they come to me, they don't even ask my name or anything. They just be like,
Oh, boy.
you got a, you single, you got a man, I'm like, or they be like, or they see me and they be like, where is your man at? And I'm like, okay.
They do the little,
So it's
little red neck roll too. See, girls pay attention to that, man. They pay attention to y'all mannerism, man. They're very social
I don't-
creatures.
No, yeah, I don't know. It's just, if a guy comes up to me and is like, if a guy comes up to me and he wants to start, if he starts talking like a conversation, like, if we start talking about something, I would say that's probably like the best way to go about it. Because like, if you come up, I'll rip and be like, wow, you're so beautiful and I want to talk to you. Da-da-da. I'm like, okay. Like, everybody says that. But if you come to me and you like strike a genuine conversation, then I'm like, then I'm like kind of intrigued a little bit. But like,
So do you shoot your shot at guys at all? No. It's okay. It's like
no, probably not. I don't do that just because, like, it's for a lot of reasons, to be honest. But, like,
Oh, name 3.
fear of rejection. Okay, it's really fear of rejection, but, like, it branches off. if
Okay,
that makes
okay.
sense.
It branches off.
Yes, like,
just off the fear of rejection.
Fear of rejection, like, oh, they have a girlfriend. Fear of rejection, like, oh, they're not, like, they don't think I'm attractive. Or fear of
okay.
rejection, like, I can be really awkward sometimes, especially in like that type of situation.
Right.
I'm afraid I'll come off like too weird.
Right.
Because I am weird, I guess.
So it's safe to say that you ain't got no game. It's okay. It's okay.
I
okay.
I don't, to be honest.
You don't need to though, because we approach you.
No, because my like humor and my like,
It's corny.
it's corny, but it's like my game. Like, guys be like, oh, she's funny.
They tell you you're funny.
Yeah. I've been told I'm funny before. Why are you
Say a joke.
I'm not funny like I can tell jokes. I'm just funny like the way that I act. It's like
Oh, so you're a
like,
goof.
off time. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess. I
Yeah,
hate
you're
that
goofy.
word, but
You
yeah.
don't like the word?
Goofy, you're goofy.
It's
That's
nothing
like
wrong.
goofy.
It's nothing wrong with that. It means you got personality.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why I've been told like I'm funny because of just like the way that I am.
Oh, okay.
Not like I tell jokes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, nothing wrong with
So.
that. Ah, man. Guys, do better, bro. I told you
No,
about
please
this
do
stuff,
better.
man.
Because some of y'all could have possibly maybe had a chance had you just not been right here asking me where my man is at.
So what? So if you do like a guy, right? Do you even give him any sort of hints? Like, are there any
yes.
liking the stories on the gram
Yes.
or what? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Just like the story?
Yeah, I mean, what else do you do? What are some hints? Maybe he can get the memo, you know, because some guys are very oblivious to when a girl
Sometimes
might be
I'll
interested in.
say, like I said, if a guy can dress, I'll be like, oh, I like your outfit, or something like that. And then I'll say, like, I mean, to be honest, maybe liking the story is really.
You're not gonna do that.
No, I do. I like story if I like the guy, but
if
like,
you like him.
or like if I think he's, I guess, attractive. But
Basically, just be a man and approach you. More the story.
I guess I don't really like. It's not like I want, like, oh, I want guys to approach me. But like, if you do this, hooray! But like, if
you don't,
yeah,
just,
then so well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Oh man.
What? I'm telling the truth.
Okay, man. So, I have a question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are, in your opinion, are girls good at picking decent guys?
Sometimes. I think when a girl picks a guy, it always boils down to the fact of like, I guess, who they are at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's somebody who deep down they're like struggling like with their self-love and that kind of stuff, you're gonna pick a bad, like not a decent guy. Like if you're somebody who's like kind of like healed certain parts of yourself and you're in a different stage of your life, then I mean maybe pick better guys. But I would say that also I think sometimes girls rush stuff. Like if the guy is like good at the beginning, then they're like, let's go. But then when stuff starts to unfold, it's like, wow, this is really horrible. So like even if you are in a stage of your life where you're like, I guess healing from certain stuff or like just bettering yourself, I think sometimes girls still like jump into stuff and be like, wow, I really like him off rip. But then it's like stuff could unfold, so you can't like jump into it because it's like you don't know.
You just don't know. But
it's like you just have to, you can't like, I don't know how to explain it. You just can't jump like straight in and be like, I'm here. Because it's like a guy could like show more of his colors, and then it's like that could not be what you were thinking at all. So with sometimes.
So with that being said, is an individual obligated to endure your unhealed baggage or your unhealed trauma?
Not necessarily, but I think that if you're really like, if you really have a connection with the person and you're really like, I guess like messing with each other, it's not that they're obligated, of course, but it's like I feel like they would really be more like willing to, in a sense. I know for me, like with a guy, a lot of, not to say like all guys are the same, but like a lot of guys come with like the same kind of unhealed like package, like the whole like.
Oh, what is that package?
It's like they're really like too nonchalant in the sense of like it came from like they were never like heard or like understood when they were younger and stuff, so they just stopped like talking. And I think that's like, for me, I've dealt with a lot of guys like that, so it's like if I really mess with the guy, when it comes to like their unhealed stuff, I'm more willing to like sit there, talk it out, wait with you, figure it out, do it, like, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's not like you're like obligated. Like if you're a guy that's just trying to talk to me or whatever, or mess with me, whatever, it's like, and you're not trying to mess with that, I would be like, okay, that's fine. But like if it's someone that you're really trying to like be with, then it's like, I mean, everyone comes with their package, so it's like you just have to figure it out, really, I think.
So do you believe in the vibe talking stage, or is it for you either we're friends or we're dating? Like,
no, I believe in like a vibe talking stage. I have found myself though in the past, I found myself that when I'm someone that wants a relationship and a guy is just someone that kind of wants to talk and stuff and not really get into a relationship, I find myself not waiting around but staying around, like, because I felt at the time that like something was better than nothing. And that's kind of like something that I had to figure out on my own. So now I'm at a point where it's like, okay, we can vibe, do the talking stage, whatever, but it comes down to a certain point. If I feel like I'm ready for a relationship or I want to get into a relationship, if we're not on the same page, then I think that it's better that we probably back up, because it'll only end up with me hurting myself, and then I no longer want to have a connection or friendship with you, even though it's kind of like
so how do you go about deciphering whether or not like a guy is like, how do you, because you said some guys they tend to play the game and you don't really know until like the long run. Well, are there any signs that guys may give to where you can be like, okay, yeah, he's not about it for real, he's not with it for real? I think that's very important for like girls that understand when they're trying to get guys, whatever the case may be, or keep a guy.
Yeah, I think one big thing is probably, so say if he does something that bothers me and I bring it to his attention, if he doesn't like sincerely like either like apologize or like I guess fix it, that's kind of like so you don't really care anyways. So that's kind of like a big thing for me. Like if I bring something to your attention and you're like then it's like, because if you like, I feel like if you were trying to like be serious, you would like take that into consideration.
And try to work on it. So where should a guy take you out for like a first date?
I don't know.
You know, there's a list out there where we can't take girls no more for dates. So
I'm really I'm really low maintenance. So it's like, no, seriously, like,
Chad.
Like I don't like we don't.
He gonna take you to McDonald's. Now what?
McDonald's and we could like do something. Like that would be fun to me. If we went to McDonald's and we went and like did something, that would be fun to me. I'm not gonna lie. That's more of a vibe than like
chat. What?
I'm being serious. Okay, first date, because it's like.
Let me take it like this, right? I'm asking you out on a date. I'm gonna take you to McDonald's. What's your reaction?
But we're just gonna go to McDonald's.
You said you low maintenance, right? So
but just McDonald's.
Right? Yeah.
Well, no.
Chat.
I said McDonald's, like do something. Like McDonald's is just like friend, like that's boring. Like I go
now
to
it's
McDonald's
boring.
with my friends. But like when I say like low maintenance, I mean like we don't have to go like do something super fancy or like go somewhere really dressed up. Like if we went to an arcade and then like.
Oh, so you like arcades?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, I had a lot of girls I know or spoke to. They think the arcades are childish.
No, I like them.
Oh, you like, okay. So when it comes to like a guy asking you out on a date, right? But then he says, okay, well, where would you like to go? Does that turn you off? Because some girls just want the guy just playing it. They just want to show up and look good.
Not really, to be honest. I like to pick sometimes, like, well, I don't know. It could be either or.
It could be either or.
Yeah.
It don't turn you out. It don't have no effect on you, though.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you better than most.
I don't know. I just am like, it's like, okay, like, I'll pick. But, I mean, sometimes if you always are like, what do you want to do? I'm like, okay, can you pick, like.
Okay.
So, yeah, it just depends.
So, can you, so when a guy approaches you, right, can you, as a woman, can you decipher whether or not he is a real man? Like, how can, because y'all have a thing called like a woman's intuition, right? So y'all can tell when a guy is like that, when he's not, when a guy probably gets a lot of girls or a good amount of girls, or when he doesn't. What things go into that? Like, how can you tell that? Or is it just like a little feeling?
I was to say, it's nothing that like I really tell. It's kind of just like,
like, but what makes you say? What makes you say that though?
Like it's just like a feeling that like I'm like.
How long does it take you to get that though? That feeling? Not long.
I would say me personally, like when you say like intuition and stuff, I would say like I'm very in tune with my intuition. So it's like certain, not even just like guys, but just in general, like people like I catch a weird vibe. I'm like, I don't really want to mess around with you. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. So so with that being said, right? Do you think that like men acting like gentlemen and chivalry? Do you think that's not existing anymore? Like it's going now? And if you do think so, like why do you think so? You don't know? Are the guys that you mess with, are they chivalrous? Are they gentlemen? Or
yeah, I mean yes, but I like in general, guys. I think I don't know, to be honest. I've like that's kind of hard because it's like I don't know, like. Yes,
I mean, it's a lot of people. On TikTok or social media, they'll say like a lot of guys just aren't gentlemen anymore.
I mean, because a lot of guys aren't.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Do you think so? It's okay to say yeah.
I mean, like there are a lot of guys that aren't, but like there are guys that are. So it's just kind of like I don't know. You have to find them. You gotta go on but you kind of gotta go on like a hunt for them.
Yeah.
So
you gotta look for them.
So I mean, it's kind of just like a mix. I think it's going more towards no, though. Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, why do you think that is?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like being like a gentleman was like, I don't know, something that like, oh, you're supposed to be a gentleman. To be honest, I think that social media has a lot to do with why guys are kind of like not a gentleman anymore. Yeah, I think a lot of guys like get into like, especially TikTok. I think TikTok is probably like the biggest. Get on there and see these videos and they're like in the comments they just be going crazy like, oh yeah. And so now they're like getting all this stuff from TikTok and they're like, that seems more right. They're like bump being a gentleman and whatever. So it's like I feel like social media has a big part in kind of changing that around.
So who do you think in our generation, in our time, in 2024, who do you think, I guess you could say, lives a harder life out of like men and women? Who do you think has just a harder life?
I'm not gonna lie, that's hard. I would say both, but for like
if you just had to choose
different reasons. Oh, in 2024, I don't know. I think harder life.
Like it's a tough life, man. Like it's just man.
I would still say women.
Women? Okay, why do you think so?
I would still say women because I don't know. And that's not to say because girls, not to say, oh, men are like so bad and this and that. Because girls are,
speak your mind. That's all
girls are like, not like, I mean, of course, it's the same like both ways. Like, not all guys are like this, not all girls are like this, but like, girls can get really like crazy too. And crazy in the sense of like, they'll do some outlandish stuff to dudes.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I would still say, I don't know. I think girls still have it harder just because I think women are just like, a lot of women are really like emotional, and if not really emotional, they're still emotional on a deeper level than I think men want to be. Okay. So it's like, I feel like things are harder for them romantically, for us romantically, because it's like, I don't know, guys have just, they make it, I don't know, they make things so hard sometimes for girls, and then they leave a lot of girls like with like no answer to stuff, and so that kind of makes it harder for girls. like for example, like if a girl is messing with a dude and a dude is like just abruptly kind of stops talking to them, which is something that happens like more often than not, and doesn't really give like an explanation, that makes it like really hard for the girl. Like, it's really hard for the girl, and I see that happening with a lot of guys, like doing that to girls,
they'll just
rather
leave.
than vice versa. Yeah, that's why I would say probably it's harder. And also just like now in our generation is also just like a lot of girls, like, you know, there's like lover girls and stuff on TikTok and whatever.
Really?
They're just be like saying like they feel like they're losing the lover girl side of them because like they're dealing with so many guys that are just like so unwilling or so like do so much damage. So I don't know. I guess that's why I would say.
Oh, so so the two reasons are because women are just naturally more emotional, and a lot of guys kind of leave them on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then the second one would be because the women are losing the lover girl side of them because they're messing with some messed up guys.
Yeah.
That's why you say women have a harder life than men.
I guess, yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What do you think?
I think men have a like way harder life than women, man. Like,
really?
Yeah, I mean, as a man, what do we get? Like, we have to work for everything that we get, though. Like,
that's true.
I mean, there's no name one like right of privilege that you get that a man doesn't. Like, what do you get that a man doesn't get? I'm sorry, rephrase that. What does a man get that you don't get?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what do we get that you don't get no more? I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, I mean, when you say like,
and if you want to bring it to more of a romantic relationship type of vibe, that's where you was going into. The reason why I think guys have switched, because you have to remember. Let me ask you this: who sets the dating standards when it comes to relationship? Like, who sets the standards to where you gotta do this to get me?
Women.
So right. if women set the dating standards, men have to accommodate to the dating standards, right?
But sometimes girls don't have like real standards.
No, I mean, I'm not negating that.
They're like,
okay, yeah, I'm not negating that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
if we're gonna have that conversation, like, which gender sets the dating standards though, and which gender has to adjust to those standards to get them? I guess. Remember, because we approach y'all, right? Yeah. So we have to do what y'all like. We have to understand what y'all want to get y'all before we even approach y'all. I'm just asking.
Okay, but going back to you saying like, men have to work for like, what did you say? You said men have to work for everything. I think also like speaking on that kind of like level, women, especially now, I would say, because you would say there would be progress, but I feel like it's kind of regressed a little. Like, women work really hard, and to get what what the credit that they deserve, and then they're still not serve that credit or still serve what they're supposed to get. So yes, men get like,
talk about it in a career sense.
Yeah, type. Or just in general, like women. That's always been like a thing. Like, women just don't receive the credit that they deserve in a lot of different places. Like, even in motherhood, we could really bring in the Barbie movie and talk about that whole movie. That was all they're talking about. Yes, that's all. If you guys have watched the Barbie movie, you know women have to be like a certain way, and if not, it's either too much, not enough, this and that. So it's like when you say like, well, guys, they have to work for what they get, da da da. Yes, that's understandable, but like, there's a lot of women out there who do the same and they don't even receive what they're supposed to get. Men will work for whatever, get what they deserve, but women will do the same and not get what they're deserved. So,
well, you're saying you want my opinion on that? Or like my thought
well, I
process?
guess.
Okay.
So, I guess.
I didn't want.
I'm just saying, like.
So, okay, when it comes to, I guess, a woman in the career field and, you know, chasing her bag, whatever the case may be, when I say a man has to work for everything that he gets, I mean that in the sense of he has to do that because nobody's going to come and save him. He can't get a woman, and a woman's going to sit up there and take care of him for the rest of his life. Like, that's not even an opportunity for him at all.
But, like, a lot of guys don't want that, though. Like, like, they don't want a woman to sit up there and take care of them for the rest of their life.
A lot of guys don't want, and a lot of guys understand that they can't even get that to begin with. Like, on the flip side, right? You're chasing you're in college, you're getting your degree, you're chasing your career, whatever the case may be. You do understand though, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to do that, and a guy will still come along and see how you look, see what you bring to the table, and still wants to be with you and possibly end up marrying you.
Yeah.
Like, that possibility is still there, right?
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, you can look at it like this: when it comes to parties, right? It's something as simple as parties or clubs, whatever the case may be. You get in for free. Just because you're a woman, I have to pay. If you talk about yachts, whatever the case may be, you can get on a yacht tomorrow. Especially with social media, right? Like, with social media, you got access to everybody now.
I guess.
Guy can see how you look, invite you on a yacht, tomorrow you there. I have to own the yacht to be on the yacht. I have to own the yacht. So that's what I mean when I say, like, guys have to work for everything. Like, nothing is really given to us at all. And then when you talk about, I guess, relationships, whatever the case may be, the standards that you brought up earlier, I counted, it was like at least 10, physically and mentally, whatever the case may be. You think it's easy to meet them standards?
Yes.
You think it's easy to meet your standards?
Yes, because like I said, physical appearance is not something that I'm really big on.
No, but I'm saying, like who has to bring more to the table though? Like, to get the other, who has to bring more to the table to get the other gender?
I don't know. To be honest, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Look at it in your own life. Do you accept how many, all the guys that shoot their shot at you, what percentage of guys actually make it? She laughing because she knows. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, if you say it like that, little to none.
Little to none? But what if I told you every other girl does the same exact thing?
Well, you got me there.
No, I'm just saying, which means like all y'all getting the same, like all y'all kind of want a similar guy. Like mentally, emotionally, whatever the case may be. Like, maybe not physically, like how you like how you don't care about a guy's height. Yeah. Like most girls would. But you don't. But I'm saying, like, he gotta have the ambition and certain that he gotta be gentle with you though, respectful, all that different stuff. So I'm saying like, that's what I meant by that. But
okay, yeah. That makes sense. That's valid.
You sure?
Yeah.
Can we clear everything up right now in front of the chat?
No, that's valid.
Okay.
That's very valid.
So when it comes to like social media and everything like that, what celebrities do you think are like good role models out there? You know, as a woman, what women do you think are out there are good role models for women? Because we see the ones that are out there right now. They're a role model. Yeah, so like,
that's what I'm
who
thinking.
Do you think is a good, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't know, to be honest.
You don't know? You just can't think of one,
huh? No. The first person that came to mind was Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish? I don't know
so
much about her.
I mean, like, she just does, like, I guess she's a good role model just because, like, she's associated with the Barbie movie.
Oh, you in this Barbie movie, bro? Like, I heard some bad reviews about that Barbie movie from the guys' point of view.
Well, duh.
So how was it a good?
Because it was targeted for women. It was for women.
Oh my.
It was about like women and their motherhood and being a daughter and that kind of stuff. So if you're a dude going to see it, basically, I mean, the movie was kind of just like, it was like, I've heard
some girls say they didn't like it either, though.
Okay, well.
Oh, she said forget y'all after that. All the girls that didn't like the Barbie movie, she said forget y'all. You feel me?
Because, I mean, you just have to think. Like, I think anyone with a mind who can think can be able to understand this. Like, like, it's just because, like, I mean, in the movie, you know, Barbie's Barbie, you know, prissy Barbie. But then, like, life changes for her, and she starts to feel like how a human would feel. And then Ken in there, probably where I think a guy's viewpoint would come from, is Ken is like this guy who, big muscular dude, will do everything for Barbie, and she's kind of just like, I like being myself and this and that. And then when they go to the real world and Ken sees that like guys kind of run things in the real world, he's kind of like, oh, on this pedestal, he puts himself on this pedestal and like comes back to the Barbie world and like makes the guys in charge of everything, right? And so then Barbie's like freaking out because she's like, this is my world and you're coming in and like kind of terrorizing it. And so it becomes him trying to like be super assertive to her and this and that, and she's just like,
so basically
you would never like that. Kind of, yeah. But then it turns into like I guess the lady who like draws what Barbie should look like, she meets Barbie and they talk about how like women are expected to be a certain way, and if they don't, like I said earlier, they're too much or not enough. And then it goes into like, if that's true for a doll and for a real woman, like who could win? If it's true for a doll and it's true for a woman, like how are we ever gonna win? And then it becomes then the end kind of turns into like motherhood and how like moms are like really strong in this and they kind of pass it down to like their daughter to go off and like be strong as well. And so that's kind of like where it came from. And so I don't know, Billie Eilish, she like made music for the and she I don't know, she just like is like, to me she's like, I guess she would be an empowering woman. But like, and like people that like the women that we are interested in, they're not role models. Like, I can't think of anybody.
Okay, so that brings us to my next point. Well, all the influences, right?
Yeah.
That are influencing our generation, right? Who do you think is the most influential right now? Like music-wise, social media-wise, who do you think is the most influential right now? And do you think that person is the first of her kind?
Dang. Probably I would say.
With the feminist movement, women empowerment movement.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Okay.
Oh, you listen up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sexy Red is like a big, really big. Who else? I would say Ice Spice is kind of like people like. Pay attention to Ice Spice. Off rip. And okay, there's
Sexy Red.
Okay, social media wise, I've seen a lot of girls on TikTok watch this one girl. Her name is Jordan. Okay. And she kind of she makes like short videos, but she'll say like something a little outlandish about like a girl. I think a lot like she's like she goes viral like a lot of her videos. I think a lot of girls pay attention to that, which is not, man. I mean, for me personally, I guess I just don't agree with it. But also, like, who else? I don't know. But unfortunately, the people that I'm thinking of, they're like negative influences. So
let me pick your brain apart real quick. What about Beyonce? Because I think musically, Beyonce is the original feminist. Yeah. Music-wise.
Yeah, I love Beyonce. I think. I really love her. I don't know. Like, I just love who she is. I love her personality. And
do you think they practice what they preach?
Because every time I think about Beyonce and like how she's like a bad woman, like she's in there, right? I just think about her and Jay-Z. And I'm like, what?
I mean, like, all y'all walk around singing a song, Me, Myself, and I Can Have Another You in a Minute. I mean, but if that was the case, wouldn't she replace Jay-Z like that?
But you know, at the end of the day, I mean, yes, that's what she puts out there. At the end of the day, you don't know what the real situation was. Maybe it's like she didn't want to break up a family, child, I don't know. But it's just like.
She's in a, Beyonce is what, like, global icon, first of all.
Yeah.
Right? The amount of income that she makes, the amount of fame that she has, she can't find another guy like that on Jay-Z's level. Yeah. Like, it's not even like, you got a better chance to win the lottery almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Jay-Z is a black billionaire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, his influence is crazy. Yeah. And the reality of it is, Jay-Z can replace her faster than she can replace him. Yeah. And I think Beyonce kind of understood that. And plus, she got children with him, too. Right. Don't want to break up the family.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but I think she understood that, and that's why she was staying. But I just think that the music is still influential though, and it pioneered. Now you got the Sexy Reds, Gorillas. Who else you got out there? Meg, Cardi B, City Girls, right?
City Girls, yeah. City Girls.
You like City Girls?
I like them, like, but their music, I don't really like the music that much. I like some of their songs, but like, I like.
Oh, you like them as a person?
Like, I think they're funny.
That's you think they're funny? Oh yeah.
But
Young Miami.
Yeah. but I don't know. I think. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I don't listen to Sexy Red and that, because I do.
No, I mean, everybody.
I do.
Almost our generation.
But I don't agree with like the stuff she says. It's really crazy to me, to be honest. But like, do a little dance, right? Turn around, do a little dance. Okay, we can do a little dance, but no, I don't know. I think it's really unfortunate. Like, I mean, can we go back to like? I think we should go back to like Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill's. You know,
do up that thing.
You know,
what she say?
You know, it's crazy that I was in elementary school. Lauryn Hill used to be my wife, man.
I love Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill.
I had
like,
6
can we
wives.
Get back there?
Yeah, I had 6 wives, man. I had 6, man. I'm 10 years old. I had Lauryn Hill.
6?
I had Lauryn Hill. I had Erykah Badu.
Badu. Oh my gosh, I love her.
Indy Ari.
Mm-hmm.
I had Jill Scott. I had Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige. I love Mary J.
I had Aaliyah. And there's some more. I had like Anita Baker, Sade. But I was on it, bro. I was on it, man. But yeah, I don't know how we got. How did we get here? You know what I'm saying? We went from Patti LaBelle to sexy. What's the
sexy?
I don't know.
Man,
that's tough.
Tough. Yeah, it is.
That's tough.
But I mean,
you think we can never get better as a generation?
I'm not gonna lie. No, I think it's only gonna get worse.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think it's only gonna get worse because it's just encouraged. Like it keeps like,
it
and
is.
it's big. It's not like small group. It's a large number of encouragement from guys and girls. It's like let's promote this and that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless everybody in the world was like, this is bad, which is not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna keep progressing, and it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna.
I think guys understand like when we hear some music, like you got. Who was popping, bro? You got Lil Baby, you got the Baby, all of them, yada yada yada. I think when you hear that, when we hear that music and we hear how they talking, we do still understand as a guy though. I can't go to a girl and be like, "Hey," and you call it B word. Hey, come mess with me. Like you can't. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we can decipher. Like we still can't do. Yeah, it's bumping. Yeah, it's cool to listen to, but we can't go out in the real world and talk like this. We can't go out in the real world and act like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're in a different status. You feel me?
I don't know. I would say a different status. Yes, I understand that. But I think guys like when they hear like certain songs, they still like I don't know like not like act on it like do like what's in the song. But I think they kind of like it like gives them like some kind of like little boost like what's that one song? What's that one song by Lil Durk? And he's like if we're crazy, then I move on to the next.
Well, I mean, it's not valid though. If she crazy, dude, I want to move on to the next though, right? Like,
no, that's not what he's saying though.
Oh, what is
he's saying? He F her crazy.
Oh, okay, I don't condone. No, oh no, I thought she said if she crazy, I'll move on to the next. That's what I thought she said. I didn't hear it.
It's like stuff like that, like
Yeah,
and you know some guys listening to her like, what he said is right.
Look,
so
man, I don't condone. I don't condone the music. I listen to it though, but I don't condone it, man. But yeah. So with that being said, I mean that's pretty much all the questions I got. I mean I think we covered a lot, a lot of stuff.
I think so too.
But I'm turn over to you. If you got any questions for me, I'm open book. I'll answer anything. Don't matter to me what you ask. You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't take let me ask you this. So you wouldn't take a girl back if she cheated? Let's just clarify that. No, you wouldn't? No. Okay. Because a lot of people have. That's one thing I want to ask about lickbacks. Do you like...
What you mean?
Like lickbacks. Like, so if you had a girl shit on you, are you just going to break up with her or are you going to get your lick back?
No, I'm just going to leave. And I'll tell you why I'm going to leave. Simply because 9 times out of 10, when a girl has sex with a guy, she has to be some sort of emotionally invested into that guy. She has to like that guy to some degree, majority of the time. Like girls that don't be out here just having sex with anybody. I mean, do you?
No, but I know people that.
I mean, we all know people that don't mean that's the general like amount of women.
Okay.
The general amount of majority of women, they have to like a guy to a certain degree to have sex with him. So by you cheating, I can know like, okay, well you probably like the guy to some degree. You clearly don't want to be with me, so you go.
Okay.
You feel me?
Because that's a big thing. Also, like that I just can't get down with like this, like, the whole lick back thing. Like,
Oh yeah, I don't.
Oh, you gotta get your lick back.
Yeah, no, I don't
like,
do
no,
lick backs.
actually, I'm just gonna cry about it, and then
So I'm just gonna cry.
Like, I'm just gonna cry, and then tell you gotta go, and then that's it. Like, there's no.
So
There's
you don't do
no-
the whole. You don't do the whole cheating thing, like.
No, I've never cheated.
Why do you think that's such
I've never thought about cheating. I just can't. I don't know how people just sit there and you're with somebody, but you're just like, I don't know. When I'm with someone, I mean, like, even when I'm like in a talking stage and I feel like, okay, I'm really messing with this person, I'm cutting off everybody.
Yeah, you cut off
before
everybody.
we're even.
Oh,
and
so right now you got.
No.
No, it's okay. No.
No, honestly, God, I don't.
Okay, she put it on God. We'll let her have it.
I don't. But that's
So
because.
why do you think the cheating thing is now like more of a topic? You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of a like trying to make it kind of acceptable now. Why do you think that is? Like,
Well, I think, like I said earlier, I think social media and like music and stuff have a lot to do with it. But I think it's kind of just like girls, because a lot of times, I mean, girls cheat on guys like first.
Okay.
But I think a lot of times why girls now be like, oh, get your lick back is like, I feel like they're tired. They're tired of just being cheated on. Like, dang, another one. Like, so I guess they feel like some kind of like power in going back and, oh, I'm gonna hurt you back, or oh, I know this is gonna hurt you, so they do that. When in reality, it really just makes both of y'all look bad, and then it's just like, dang. In the long run, you kind of feel. I mean, like, you kind of feel bad about it. Like, so I don't know. I guess that's why. But I don't know. I can't participate in such a thing.
I think it's more of a, like a with the rise of like feminism and stuff. Not so much how feminism originally was. 'Cause it really started just have the same equal rights as men, in the workforce, stuff like that. Cool. Get that all day long. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about like modern, like in our generation. You feel me?
Yeah.
I think it's more so because since feminism has risen, and whatever case may be, guess what also has risen? Because the girls making their own money, they make more money than ever before. Guess what also going to increase with that? Their standards and what they want. And it's only a little bit amount of guys that meet their standards. So it's like all the girls are chasing this guy, and all the other 80 guys, 90 guys are just invisible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they kind of just out of luck in a sense. So I think it's more so like that because the top guys know, well, you ain't finna lower your standards. So you really ain't got no choice but to be with a guy like me. That's kind of how guys, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't condone cheating, but I see why it's like how it is now, just from a supply and demand aspect. It's like, well, you're not gonna lower your standards. You ain't finna go mess with like an average guy that's 5'9" making $38K.
Yeah.
You want what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So
yeah,
that's what I kind of think.
When I think about cheating, I just think about like, cause I've been cheated on more than once. So it's like, I just think about like how I felt when I was really down for the person. It was just like, wow, it was really just like a punch to the face. And so I'm the type of person, like, if you do something to me and it really hurts me, I could never do something to you knowing that it could possibly affect you the same way. Regardless of what you did to me, I'm just gonna be like, are you serious? And then just be like, okay.
She said, are you serious?
Because I don't know, I might get a little angry and be like, you're like kidding. But I mean, I'm not gonna do anything crazy like that. Like, it's just now, and I feel like it's also just like messes up my character.
No, how you was raised.
Yeah, it's just not like no. So that's really just, I mean, yeah. But that's been such a big thing, like
cheating.
Yeah, I just can't get behind it. Yeah, I can't.
That's more
I
relevant
cannot get behind that. Like,
you ain't do no polyamorous.
no, it's me and you, and that's it. If you want some more, you gotta go. I'm not gonna lie. No, cause why? For what?
You said for what?
Yeah.
Because he knows the girls want him.
Ew.
He don't gotta like the girl to have sex with her.
No, thank you.
That's why.
No.
No, I don't condone it, but their mindset with the profession that I'm in and what I'm doing, I have to be open to different mindsets.
Yeah.
I understand. I see how they think. It's like, you know.
So then another thing is like, okay, so say you're talking to a girl. How long do you be waiting? Do you ask about like body counts and stuff?
No, I don't ask them about body count.
Oh wow. No. A lot of guys like do.
Chad, guys, I told y'all stop asking girls for their body count. 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna tell you the truth. No way. Like, what are you doing?
But like, why though?
Why are you asking her for her body anyway? Bro.
I feel like we're like,
guys, we gotta do better on that. Bro. Y'all gotta
I feel like if we're old enough, like, why do we have to do that still? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't ask guys to. But if you ask me, I'm gonna ask you. And then whenever they ask me and I give an answer, then I ask them and it's silent. Now I'm like, okay.
So is there a certain amount of body count that would turn you off from a guy?
I don't even.
I know a lot of girls, they don't really care about a man's like body count like that. I mean,
it's not. I guess it's not necessarily like the body
I mean,
count that I
do.
care about, but like, I guess I would ask more deep questions like how far apart.
Oh wow!
like when is the last time, and then before
apart.
that, and then like So not like necessarily the count, but like say if you have 5, you have 5 in 1 month. Okay, now it's like now it's like different. But if you be like, oh, I had like 10, and you lost your virginity at like 17, and it's like okay. But like, what was it? How did it go? Like, did you miss one person and then it was 4 last year or 4 last week or like? So I guess that's the kind of the questions I ask. Like,
I don't ask a girl body count. I can pick up on signs if a girl is, I guess you could say, promiscuous or has been out there. You can just as a guy that's been, if you've been around, you can kind of just tell they have certain tendencies that they kind of do, or they move a little certain way. But I ain't gonna sit there and ask you, hey, what's your body now?
I don't ask that either. Yeah, I would say that's childish. Like, I don't know. I feel like we're at an age where it's just like, you know, I mean, like asking questions is cool, but like, I don't know. That's just like a weird.
Guys, like, I will say this in general. Guys they do have some sort of concern with your past. You know what I'm saying? Because guys are interested in a woman's past. In general, most guys are. So they are kind of interested, but I ain't gonna just sit up here on this platform and tell guys to go ask girls like body count. No, we ain't gonna do that.
But it's also like, but it's okay. It's also like if a guy is interested in a girl's past, and then roles are reversed, and I'm interested in what you had going on, and now you're silent. That's like almost like an immediate like red flag to me, because it's like, why can you not tell me at least just a little bit about like what it is? Because me being the person I am, if I want to know something, I'm gonna go figure it out.
But then again, you also have to remember, right, that it's a biological thing too, because women are very social. They pick up on a lot of social cues. They pick up on a lot of things. If this guy does he have the capability of messing with a lot of girls? Does he even you can pick up on that, you know, rather quick. Guys can't really do that. You know, guys are just oblivious to a lot of social things. You know what I'm saying? We kind of stupid in that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why guys tend to more so ask that. You could just kind of pick up after your first time hanging out with a guy. Okay, you going home, you riding home, now you be like, he probably gets some, or nah, like, you know what I'm saying?
But then that's what I say, like, if a guy asks about my past and then like I'm asking about his and he's kind of like silent, well now it kind of like raise the eyebrow, like, okay, now I have to go figure it out because I wanted you to tell me, but like I'm gonna figure it out anyways. So then I start paying attention to like who they interact with, what kind of girls, what girls are they side hugging, what girls are they full hugging, what girls are they dapping up, and then it gets into
y'all social, y'all pay attention
and then
to
it gets into the like what girls like how they interact, like how close they are, like kind of stuff. I pay attention
the
to
mannerisms of the girl when she around the guy.
I'm also like a lot of girls are like that, but I'm really observant. So like I'm noticing like we're at a function and say like we're not talking, but like, you know, I'm interested in like you know, like we've had conversation. I see a girl and you know you could just tell it's like, okay, there's one. So then it gets into like you just kind of like, so it's better, like I feel like it's just better to get out of the way when I ask you, just tell me because I'm gonna figure it out, and then you're gonna be flabbergasted when I come to you and be like, I come to you and be like, this is that girl, and you be like, how do you know that?
So let me ask you, right? Does that kind of bother you, like you messing with a guy, you know that girls kind of want him? Does that bother you when girls kind of like come up to him like like in his face or whatever? Like, does that bother you?
Not really. If I'm okay.
If it does, it's okay. It's just whichever one.
Not really that like if girls come up to a guy and they're like in his face, what would bother me is the response. If
that he gives.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So if I'm talking to a dude and he's attractive, whatever, girl comes up to him and is like da da da. If he's like entertaining her, then I'm like, but like, cause the same thing with me. Like, I have guys that come up to me, and it's just like, if I'm like, if I'm just like, I don't know, if I entertain it, then it's like, even I think about that. We're like, why would I entertain that if I'm like, you know? But so like, that's really my thing. It doesn't bother me like a girl comes up to a guy like, okay, the guy is attractive, so it'll happen. But like his response, like, I would probably laugh more. Like, I laugh more. I'm really sarcastic, so I'll probably laugh and be like, "Oh, that's your girl," like that kind of stuff. But I mean, I won't get like like out of body about it or nothing. So, I mean, it just depends.
Right. Okay.
So.
Any other questions?
I'm
I would ask anything.
trying to think.
I'll ask you one.
Okay.
Just a new segment I'm gonna put in to my show actually, and I've seen it on like some podcasts, but it's not really how I'm gonna do it. Let's see. How do I want to phrase this? Okay. When you see like you see my Instagram, right? And do you see me in person? Rate me on Instagram and then rate me in person. What do you think?
You look the same.
I look the same?
Yeah.
Okay, so what? Because some people say like people look different on social
Yeah,
media
I
than
mean,
they do in
yeah.
person, but I look the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the rate? You can be as honest as you want. I'm not gonna take offense to it.
Okay. I give you a solid 8.
8.
Yeah.
So why not a 9? Why not a 10?
Oh my God.
I'm just playing. I do
But
want to
no.
know. I'm curious. I'm all about
no
criticism.
comment. I plead the fifth.
What? What? I'm not even gonna get mad.
No. I'll give you a solid 8. But no, you look the same, I would say. A lot of people tell me they think I'm taller on social media.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew you were short.
It's because I have really long legs and then like really short torso, so people are always like.
Let me ask you, because I know the man's scale of attraction, right? But what's the woman's scale of attraction? So when you rate a guy, like if he's a 1 or if he's a 5 or if he's a 8, 8.5, 10, like what does that look like? Like what is that? What's the criteria? Because for a guy, like if she's a 1, hideous. She's a 5, that's average. She's a 6, she's cute.
Okay, anything more than a 5 is, I mean, above average.
Yeah.
I would say like. So like.
A lot of guys don't know what y'all scale is.
I guess for me, like with my friends, really, I don't know, more so just me. I was like, okay, like a 6 is like very a 7 is like.
You borderline ugly. You a 6. Hey, look.
You barely made it.
He barely made the cut, bro. You better be careful how you shoot at me.
A 7 is like, it's like but more like than Okay, 8 is like you almost got it, but like not quite. A 9 is like you're really close, but you're not there. And then a 10 is like you're there.
You're perfect.
Yeah. I haven't met a 10 though.
Because there ain't nobody perfect.
Exactly.
There's never gonna be any.
There's
guy
never gonna be a
has
10.
Has 100% of what
There's
you
never
want.
gonna be a 10.
You might have 90. You might have 80. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I guess could be the scale. But you know, I always tell people, man, go if you find somebody that even has 70 to 80. So I guess in the scale that would be like just above like 6. So they have like a 7, 8. I always tell them, man. As a guy, I tell my homeboys or any guys I know, like tap into that because you never gonna find. You ain't gonna really find no 10s.
Yeah.
Man, it ain't gonna happen. But you know, you can ask your question.
Oh, one thing I was thinking about this the other day. One thing that I've noticed that guys do, so they'll be in a relationship. I want to see if you have like a response or an answer for this. They'll be in a relationship, right? And say they're loyal, whatever. So say, for example, if a girl comes up to them and they're like, oh, can I talk to you? And they're like, oh, I have a girlfriend. They don't completely like cut you out. Like they'll be friendly or friends. And then once they're out of the relationship, they'll kind of be like entertaining you more. So is that like, why do guys do that? Like, I don't understand that. To me, it's kind of like disrespectful. Because it's like, if you know you have a girlfriend and you know this girl is trying to talk to you, and then it's like, you're not necessarily entertaining her while we're together, but you kind of like keep her on like a way back burner. And then like once we're done, you kind of like,
Go back.
does that make sense? Like, I don't
can see
understand
I
why
can see
guys
how you looking at that. Guys
do that.
It's just because guys don't think that much of it.
Really?
Guys don't think that much of it. Now, I'm not
That's
saying that I
crazy.
would do that because
Yeah.
once I say no, you're going. You know
Right.
What I'm saying? But it's like, if she did come up to you and she was attractive, whatever the case may be, and now you and your girl kind of done, y'all broke up, you might be like, yeah, I want that offer still on the table. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of, as a guy, you just kind of think like that. You know, hey, it's offer on the table. I want to see you. Let's test it out. You know, that's how guys are. It's just, guys are just simple. It's just very black and white. We ain't really complicated. We think simple on a lot of stuff. You'll be surprised.
Can't do it.
She said,
Can't do it. No.
You ask a lot of different questions in like most of the girls that come on here.
What they be asking you?
They'll ask like, they'll be like, why do I think girls are single? Or they'll ask like, what my type is. They'll ask like what's my most toxic situation I've been in. Like they'll just ask a lot of different. Yeah, they ask a lot of different stuff. Some of them be some good questions though.
Yeah, I don't like the whole like.
You guys some pretty deep, like you guys are like scenario questions.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I don't like the whole like toxic thing because it's like I don't know. I think that's something that's also been like kind of like highlighted in our generation. Is like being toxic is like a fun thing. It's not fun.
It's definitely.
It's not fun. If anything, I've worked like day and night to like not be toxic. Here's everyone on social media like, oh yeah. So.
Yeah, I definitely it's definitely encouraging our generation, man, because it's in the music, it's in everywhere, man.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, can't get behind it.
Yeah,
it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm a man. I will answer anything.
I'm trying to think. Maybe I should like had questions like written out. I didn't really think.
Told you.
Sorry. Dang, I don't know. I guess I want to ask, what is your type?
My type?
Yeah.
Feminine, humble, not emotionally manipulative. Loyal, unselfish.
Okay. Those are good.
That would have to be my 5, man, if I had to pick. And you want to know physically?
Yeah.
I tend to only mess with black women. You know, I like my melanin. No disrespect to like, you know, the maybe bigger women. That's just not my time. I hoop, I work, I do a lot of different stuff. I'm always active, so I kind of need a girl that works.
Yeah.
You know, works out. So I'll say that. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm 6'3", as long as you below that, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you get a girl. So you get a girl that's 6'2".
No, I mean we could make
6 foot.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have that problem like a lot of guys.
Yeah, it's not a lot of tall girls around, but there are some. So
yeah, I would definitely say that, man. Just emphasis on the humble. Need that. I can't deal with no egotistical individual. That's not
humble. Like humble in the sense of like humble. Okay, humble like how? Like humble like with every. I mean, I understand like humble, but like what specific like
humble in the sense of you don't come in to this dynamic thinking that you're the prize, thinking I'm just gonna chase you. You know, I'm just gonna put all this effort in and not get anything back. You can just be Miss Nonchalant, Miss Too Cool for School, Miss Unemotional.
Too cool.
You know what I'm saying? You can just be all that, and I'm gonna just keep putting the effort because, you know, respectfully, I'm not gonna chase you because chasing implies you don't want to be caught. I'll pursue you. Right. I'll put in some effort. But if you giving these vibes, energy, signals, whatever the case may be, hints that hey, you're just not very receptive of it, I'm gonna stop. Because at that point, I'm just putting effort into a wall.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That's very understanding.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Me personally.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Why you think? She said I'm trying to process it.
Because I was
you want me to like expand on like all of them or like?
Yeah. So emotionally manipulative, because I know a lot of girls that like are.
Okay, so that's basically you're telling me some information, right? And I hear what you're saying. Maybe we're in an argument, a disagreement, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and I'm aware of what you're saying. I comprehend what you're saying. I just disagree. And I have a totally different opinion than you do. I have a totally different viewpoint than you do. Yeah. But it's not to say that you're not heard, you know, because they'll come back and say, I don't feel heard, I don't feel this. You're invalidating my feelings. No, I'm listening to your feelings. I'm listening to what you're saying. I just don't agree. And I see like this. And that's okay. We're not going to agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? But since you're my partner, I'm going to respect what you say. And I'm not going to continue to do it. But I just disagree. But since it matters to you that much, I'm not going to do it. But I still disagree though. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I'm not invalidating your feelings. I'm not letting your feelings go unheard. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking you in the first place, how do you feel about this? What do you think about this?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
that's good. Because there's a lot of guys are like, their emotional intelligence is like really, it's just not there. Like, unfortunately.
Well, the thing about emotional intelligence is that the whole definition of it is you have to know that what I'm about to say, what I'm about to do, how that can affect the person I'm dealing with. Yeah. And, you know, our generation as a whole sucks with that. But I think a lot of guys suck, you know, they might be terrible with that just because they just may not even think of it. You know, it's tough because a lot of people don't understand that when you're in a relationship, you really have to be honestly unselfish. I can't get you unless I do what you want.
Yeah.
Right? I can't attract you unless I do what you want.
Yeah. I think a lot of times also, like, when, like, if you're in an argument with someone and you're talking, like, you guys are, like, involved with each other, it's, like, it's important to know that a lot of people, they go at each other instead of going after the problem.
The problem, yeah.
And so it becomes more of, like, this, like, I don't know, this, like, bigger thing than it has to be. Like you said, like, it's not like you're saying, like, you weren't invalidating, you just don't agree, but, like, since it matters to them so much, you'll stop. That's something that I would, like, really respect, because it's, like, that happens to me more often than not. I think of things, like, on a way deeper level. So, like, if I bring up something to your attention and you're like, okay, I don't necessarily understand why you feel that way, but, like, tell me. And I'm like, because you doing this sends this type of message, or you doing this does that. It's like, okay, I don't think it does, but if it bothers you that much, then I'll stop. That's something that, like a lot of guys would be like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like,
the problem is they probably don't understand that girls have a completely different mindset than we do. Or a lot of things that may be simple and plain to us isn't to y'all.
Yeah.
You know, God just kind of made y'all very complex people. You know, y'all think a lot different. Y'all emotional. You know what I'm saying? By that, you can't help it.
Yeah.
That's how you are.
Definitely.
And a lot of guys just, that's why I say the main thing, the main issue with our generation, I think, is that we don't understand the other gender and their nature, right? Like, a lot of guys just don't understand. That's just how women are.
Yeah.
You can't change it.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, that's what I say about emotion manipulative and humble. Anyone else you needed me to
what did you say? You said loyal, you said
unselfishness.
Okay, well, unselfishness and loyal. Got that. Feminine. Okay, feminine like how? Like, I understand, like, feminine, but, like I said,
I'm glad you said that, because it was a girl that came in my DMs and she was asking me to expand on that after she saw the recent clip that I posted of it, Creighton. When I say when I say feminine, man, I mean pleasant to be around. You're not a headache. Like, that's all it is.
Wait.
You're not me. Like, you're not. I'm looking for the opposite of me. So if I'm an assertive, dominant, ambitious man, masculine man, I want the opposite of me. Because if I get assertive, dominant, and masculine woman, we're gonna bump heads. It's never gonna work.
So you don't like the girls that are assertive at all?
It's indifferent.
At all?
It's in
at all though?
It's in no, you can, but it's like that doesn't make me want to be with you more. I can say that.
Okay.
Because I look for different things, like how my assertiveness and my dominant and my ambition would make you attracted to me. That's some things that you look in a man. I don't look for that. I'm gonna support you because that's what you want to do. You my girl, I'm gonna support you, but I'm not finna. That's not finna be like, yeah. If my boy be like, man, why you want to be with her? Man, she's assertive. I'm not. Man, her assertiveness on a whole nother level, bro. Like, I'm not finna say that.
Some guys like that though. Like when a girl's like really assertive.
Do you like those guys?
Like the guys that like when the girls are really assertive. I haven't been with one that like, but I know people that have. But it's also like just going back to like earlier when you were saying like, oh, so you like for a guy to put you in your place or like that kind of like a.
I mean, a lot of girls do. That's why I asked. You know.
Yeah, but it's like with girls, like when I think of assertive, I think of like if a guy is maybe, I guess, talking to you a certain way or doing something like a certain way, and you buck up and be like don't do that. That's kind of like where my assertiveness would come from. Like, and then they'll be like, sometimes guys take it the wrong way, but if I'm telling you, you're not gonna do something to me, or you're not gonna talk to me a certain way, or you're not gonna do this. Some guys get like offended, like taken back by that. Like that's kind of like assertive, like in that kind of way, or like.
When I say that, I mean because with the boss girl and the independence and everything like that, a lot of girls lead with that.
Yeah.
Coming into they let it be known, I don't need you. I don't, you're not needed. I can do everything that you can do. I can do this all by myself. That's the energy that they lead off with.
Right.
So when I say feminine, I mean a girl that's the opposite of that. Yeah, you might can do it, but why do you feel the need to say that? Yeah. Like, for what?
Yeah. Okay, I understand. That's because like a lot of girls are like, I know, like me personally, I'm really independent and I'm really like masculine, I guess. I can be. But that's why I say, like, when I'm talking to a guy or I'm messing with a guy and I really like it's like I guess like you come from a place that you feel safe to let your guard down. That's where it comes from. You have a guard up. So when you let the guard down, it's like, okay, I feel safe being more submissive because I trust you to, like, I guess, have that dominance. That's really where it comes from. So I think a lot of girls, and it also comes like with them, like they have to just kind of learn that it's okay to put your guard down. And sometimes you put your guard down and you still get punched in the face, or you still get like, but you just have to like, I mean, it's just, it is life. So that's kind of like the risk you have to take, I guess.
It's a risk on both sides. It's a risk. Because like when I approach you, I gotta know in the back of my head. She can easily say no.
Right.
I can easily get rejected. She can easily screenshot this, send it to her friends, the group chat. Everybody, close friends gonna know, you know what I'm saying? But it's a risk. I'm gonna miss 100 of the shots that I don't take.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't like taking risks.
You don't?
No, I've been between last year, from last year going into this year, I like completely like, that's why I said I'm turning over like a new leaf of like trying to like change the way that I go up. I used to be really closed out. I didn't want to talk to you about nothing. I don't want to do nothing. Like, I'm mad. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do, like, it's fine. It's cool. But now I'm like, okay,
So,
take yourself off the pedestal.
So
and
with that being said, right, what are, I guess if you can name 3 things, like what are 3, I guess, flaws that you may have? Like if your ex were here, they'll say, bang, like she did this.
Flaws.
Cause we know the good part about you. You said you're nurturing, you're supportive.
Okay, this is like I said, things I'm working on. My anger used to be kind of crazy. Not anger like, oh, I'm fighting.
She gonna bust the windows out your car, gang.
No, but angry like, I just get angry. Like I was like, when we're arguing, I just get angry. May say something crazy, don't mean it, but you know. And so that's probably like, that's my biggest thing is like, I used to just be real angry. 2 would probably be a little more communication. Or I can communicate like generally, but if something, it's usually when something makes me really sad or really angry, because, and it's either when I'm really angry, it's I don't know, it takes a long time for me to process like what's going on in my head. So if I try to talk to you while I'm angry, it's not gonna come out right.
Yeah, of course.
And so if I try to talk to you when I'm sad, being sad is, when something would bother me when I'm sad, I viewed it almost as like a weakness. Like, I'm not supposed to, because I came from a household where showing emotion was kind of like a weakness. I came from like really like strong, guarded women. So it's like, you go get it by yourself, do it by yourself, and you don't show emotion because they're gonna talk down on you. So it's like, now I'm at a place where I'm like, but I'm really emotional, and I'm really emotional. So it's like, my whole life when you grow up like kind of guarding yourself, it feels embarrassing, like when something bothers me and I get sad. So I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. So that's like,
See, that's the thing though when it comes to that, because I do know a lot of girls personally that struggle with that too.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. But what I tell them is this: since you are emotional, right? A lot of times girls they lead with their emotions. They act upon their emotions.
Yeah.
So if you're involved with the guy, right? You're involved with the guy, and you're guarding your emotions. By definition, you're not gonna show him anything. You're basically just a wall.
Yeah.
And it's gonna turn him off, and then he's gonna leave.
Yeah.
You know? So you kind of have to let your emotions you have to, because you lead with those. That's who you are. You know, so like you said, you kind of struggle. You like, man, but I am emotional. Like, dang, like I do feel
it's just
type of way.
It's something that I'm starting to like embrace more. Like people be like, oh, Keira, because like I said, I think about things on a deeper level. I'm always down to do stuff for my friends, with my friends, for anybody that I really care for, anybody really in general. So it's just like, I kind of embrace it now, because people like, I'll make jokes about it still, like sarcastically, like, of course I'm doing, but like I embrace it now more so than being like, it's not me. But it's just like, I don't know, you come from a place where you just like are not listened to when you're like going through something, or like, I've always been taught, like, you have to do it. It's only you. So it just is hard to kind of unravel all that stuff and rewrap it in a different way.
She said rewrap it.
So it's just, I don't know. Those are probably my 2 biggest things.
I got 2 questions for you. Okay. The first one is, brought my boy George on here, right? And he mentioned, we was talking about having sex with a girl on the first night, whatever case may be, yada, yada, yada. I ended up having to get rid of that video because there was a lot of backlash that was coming from that video towards him and everything like that. Yeah. So I'm asking you, as a woman, right? Is there a such thing as too long?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Oh, what? Like you make them wait? How long? How long you make them wait? Like 5 months, year? That's all. That's cool.
It just depends.
Whew.
I don't think it's such thing as too long. Well, okay, wait. Let me backtrack. Let me think.
If that's how you think it is, it's cool.
I'm trying to think like,
Man, that's a lot of.
I mean, cause I don't think I've ever made anyone wait too long.
Okay, I mean, well, okay.
Too long?
What is?
Too long,
but I'm
like,
saying, what?
I mean,
how long is the norm for you? Like, what is the norm for you? Like, what is a woman, right? Like, what is the norm?
I don't
Because
know.
some girls say they'll make a guy wait 3 months. Some girls say, oh, maybe we could do the 3rd date, 4th date, the 5th date. Like,
I don't know. If the vibe is there, it's there.
The vibe is there. Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm saying, 'cause some girls get offended when guys get on the show and they talk about, not wanting to, I guess, put up with the games that some girls may play when it comes to their sexual things. You know what I'm saying?
I think it also, like, in terms of like sexual stuff, I think we're also at the age where like the whole game thing is just like, eh.
And that's
like
what he
if
was
you come
saying.
in, like you come in there, like you both know that you
Yeah,
just do it.
And that's what he was saying though.
Yeah.
And the girls in the comment, they got offended though because I guess it didn't come across like that in the video.
Yeah.
But that's what he was saying. He was saying, bro, we're both grown.
Well, I bet you
We
also
both wanna
think
do
about
it.
like when a dude says it, I guess people view it
Yeah,
as
they
like,
take it. They
yeah.
take it. That's why.
But
that's
I
why
mean,
I'm
if
asking
we're
you.
hanging out and we're talking and we're flirting, whatever, and I know I want, then you know you want. Why are you gonna wait? What, like 2 more weeks to play a game? Like, just do it. Like we're at an age now where like that kind of stuff is like it's dead to me. Like if you both know, just do it. Like I don't know.
I actually don't initiate like sexual thing like with girls. I don't, cause with our generation, and I like when I tell guys, they understand what I'm saying. They be like, yeah, that's actually smart, cause it's like you never know. So you never know what girls have been through when it comes to just
True.
You know what I'm saying, other things of that nature, rated or
Yeah.
criminal things. You want to go that route, but you never know. You may touch the wrong way. You may trigger something.
Right.
You may come off too strong. Bada bing, bada boom. She done with you. You know what I'm saying?
I think.
So once you get a green light, okay, we can do so. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But till then, I'm a chill.
I think I've done a
Good
great job at if I want the green light. So I mean I don't really like dingle like in your face like okay. I don't know. It's kind of like annoying.
You're really what's the word, man? Not torture. Oh man, not torture. That's not the right word. You don't really tease them like that. Tease them like that. Okay.
No.
I forgot what my other question was gonna be to you. Do you have any more questions? We went on to different topics right there.
I know. They're kind of like went on.
That's good though. We talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of real stuff.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like something that like stuff that I think about that I would want to ask someone. But like I've only ever gotten a girl response. Kind of talk to ask guys like that.
Hey man, I am an open book.
Dang, I don't even know.
People even come on here, they'll ask me for advice about stuff. They may be in it with somebody, but you're not. But I mean, involved with somebody, and they'll ask, "Oh, he's doing this. What do you think?" Or she's moving like this. What do you think? Like, it be anything, man. It be anything about me personally. I ain't say anything.
Wow, I can't think of anything. Let me think. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Maybe like. Wow, I can't think of anything. I'm really trying. I don't know. I'm trying to think like.
There's nothing that you would like maybe want to know about me, or nothing that you would just want to know in general.
What are like the biggest like? So say you're wanting to get into a relationship with a girl. What are like your biggest like I guess green flag like go signs that like you would like be willing
That's a great question.
Go into?
You're
Yeah.
the first girl to ever ask that. Man. Unselfish. That have to be number one.
Yeah.
Just seeing that. Actually getting to know me, trying to get to know me. you know, I said this on a lot of my shows. With I guess, and y'all know I'm humble. I'm not bragging on myself when I say this, but I guess with the amount of status that I have, and I guess a lot of people like know me, whatever the case may be, a lot of girls do tend to come towards me just because of what I am. But they never try to figure out who I am as a person or as a man. So I would say just coming across like that, just in a genuine aspect. Hey, I'm just trying to figure out who you are, man. Like, I'm trying to figure out who you are, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. And I would say that unselfishness, want to know who I am, and moving with intent. I mean, those three right there. I don't do the whole. Once a girl says to me, just go with the flow, or if it happens, it happens. In my head, that just calculates. Okay, I'm not gonna take you serious. Because if you want to get somewhere, you have to move in some sort of direction. I can't want to be, because by that logic, I want to be a billionaire. If it happens, it happens.
Right.
That's, that's no, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
because people say that's like one thing. People say like, well, if it's meant for you, like it'll happen.
No,
but I mean, like that's true to a certain extent. But you have to put in work.
Yeah, you
like,
gotta get it. That's why I always say, God, He'll put the guy into your life, but He ain't gonna make y'all be together. You feel me? That's my motto. Every action has a reaction or lack thereof. So you just gotta you gotta be understanding of that. So those are my three things, man. Very important, you know. If I don't see that.
Right. Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
I ain't one to really, dwell on. I guess a girl being outside or something like that. I will say, if I do see her outside, she do kind of wilding. I am kind of like, okay, yeah, no.
That's one thing that really annoys me. Is like guys are like, oh, you're outside. I think a lot of people look at being outside like some girls. Yes, they're outside, to do what they do, and that's cool. That's you. But to apply that to every girl is crazy. I go out with my friends because I mean we like to go out. I love music. We like to dance. We like to turn up. Okay, we're turning up. Yes, you get attention from guys. Yes, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily always entertaining it. So that's when guys will be like, "Oh, I be seeing your story. You be outside, da 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 da," and I'm like, I'm literally just with my friends though. Like,
well, that's the thing though. When I say that, I'm speaking for general guys. Guys, like you said, they do have an issue with that, and you know that. Yeah. Me personally, I'm a party promoter. I'm throwing a party. I'm in that lifestyle. I'm in the spot. So I want a girl that I can bring with me to the parties, because I'm already there. You might as well just come with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I think. But I understand. I can't say that about every guy, because most guys they ain't living the life that I'm living.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what that is. But I do understand I understand where the guys are coming from. I understand where you are coming from, because it's like, these guys are approaching me, but I don't want them. I ain't even there. I'm just there to get live with my girls, and we finna throw some, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be that. You feel me? But I understand that.
It's also like when you're outside though, I would say like when I'm talking to somebody, I tend to not go out more, but that's just because like I find myself being with them a lot more often. How it happens, and then so it's like, it's not that like I still go out, like I'll still go out with my friends or whatever, but I mean like I just.
So what's the hardest part about dating for you? Like, what's the most challenging part about dating for you? Yeah, I know mine. But what's yours?
What is yours?
No, I ask first. Ladies first. I'm a gentleman.
No, but you say yours, because I had to think about my answer.
To be honest with you, my lifestyle is pretty. It's a lot. And recently, a lot of people have been bringing this to my attention. Male or female. I'm involved in a lot. I've always been a busy guy since I got here all my life, you know what I'm saying? But since I got here, I've been NAACP president. I've always been involved in something and just busy. Yeah. But now I'm in charge of 2 podcasts. Right. I'm a party promoter. I work. I'm trying to get my real estate license, X, Y, and Z stuff, and stuff like that. I have a lot of ambition. I have a lot of things I want to do. Yeah. And my lifestyle, I'm always, from a girl's point of view, and I can only say this because girls have told me this, since I'm in the spotlight, it's kind of hard. It's kind of harder because I don't have a lot of time to really give. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's why I say I kind of want a girl to bring along with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not to say that I want to spend time with you. It's just I can't be on the phone with you every day. I can't be on the phone with you all day every day. I can't text you all day every day. It just can't happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I'm only free literally at nighttime, because during the day I'm either working in class or I'm filming some sort of episode. Right. On the weekends, I'm either working or I'm at a party. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that. So that's why that'll be my hardest. Yeah. Yeah. I would say for me, it would probably be the fact that, like I said earlier, I have a really busy
life. When I say busy, I mean like I have a lot going on like within my family and stuff.
Okay.
So I do a lot of like taking care of like younger children, stuff like that. People, or I just have a lot like going on. So if I am doing like school and stuff, I don't currently work. So it's like if I'm like get busy with school, but then it's like my mom needs me to come home and help with this, or I gotta go home this weekend to do that, or this and that. It's like I've become more focused in on that stuff, and then more focused in on work, because it's like I'm the like one of the only ones in our family that's like going through to like okay. So it's like,
so you kind of the guy.
I kind of like I have like younger siblings, younger cousins, younger niece and nephew that really look up to me. So it's like I really focus in on that stuff, and not gonna lie, I've been messing up. That's why I say I'm trying to turn over this leaf. So that's probably the biggest thing. It's kind of why I put like, I guess, the whole like dating and like serious thing on like a back burner almost, because it's like I have to focus on this stuff and make sure I make it for them. So it's like when people say like, oh, you be outside, oh, you do this, oh, you do that, it's like that stuff really doesn't matter to me like that. Like the whole like all that stuff, the attention from guys, the this and that stuff doesn't matter to me, because it's like I have like a bigger mission that I'm on, like for them. My family is, I'm a really big family person. My family is everything to me. So it's like I have to work double overtime to make sure that I make it, because like, you know, I have like stuff going on myself, like so it's like I just have to put in everything here, make sure I make it, and then when I have time, yes, I'm gonna go out with my friends. That's the only time I've had to like really relax my brain. So it's like when you get a guy that kind of doesn't understand that, or like doesn't really want to understand the fact that there's something going on with my family every week, it's like it kind of is just like, okay, well then
I just can't see you every day, bro.
I just have to I can't. It's just like I gotta be home because there's no one else to help. So it has to be me. So I kind of take on, I guess, that pressure, but then it's like I'm cool with it as long as I can do it. So if you come in and you're like supportive and you're like understanding of that, that's good. But if you come in and you're kind of like, oh, you do this and you're not doing that, I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing that I can change right now. Unfortunately, this is just my situation.
That's the same thing with my lifestyle. I can't change it.
Yeah. So that's really my biggest thing.
Well, it's my lifestyle, but it's also the fact of, and like I said, everybody's been bringing this to my attention a lot recently. It's always been a topic of conversation, but a lot recently. My some guys I know, man, my homeboys, they told me it's going to be a whole lot harder for you to get a girlfriend now, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, you know, wow, like I'm the same guy. Like, no, you changed, you know. And then they bring up the status and everything, But then they also say, with the amount of girls, I guess, that are in my face, or the amount of girls that want me, over the case may be, but it's like, bro, I don't care about that though. you know, it's like, I could care less about that. And they're like, they like, yeah, you may not care, you probably don't care. We know you don't care, but that girl's gonna care, like to an extent. She's gonna give some sort of thought towards it. You know what I'm saying? And I run into that a lot, because a lot of girls be like, oh, you know, I would date you, but you friendly. I'm like, what?
Oh my goodness, that's the biggest thing that I get too. People say that I'm like really friendly, which I am, but not friendly like friendly. I'm friendly like, I don't know, I introduce myself to people, I'll talk to people, I make friends with people, I make connection with people.
Have a conversation with anybody, bro. Like, that's my life. That's what I do.
Hey, this is like that's like the thing. I love talking to people. Like let me get to know about you right here. Like let me know something right now. And people like, even my friends say like, Keira know everybody. And I'm like, that's just because like
she said she famous, y'all. She said you gotta be a celebrity to talk to her.
I'll be in the union, you know, strike up a conversation with somebody random. Now you have a new friend. And I mean, more so like now I'm really like at home most of the time. So I'm kind of more like I'm by myself really most of the time, if not like all the time. But it's like, I don't know. People, that's the biggest thing I've got is like, you're friendly. Or they'll be like, you know them, you know them, you know them, you know them. And I'm like, yeah, I know them. It's just like, I don't know, we talked before. I just am someone, I think I'm a person that's easy to talk to. So it's like a lot of people like tell me stuff, or like a lot of people will talk to me, feel comfortable talking to me. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, no, like of course I want to get to know everybody. I want to know everyone's story. I want to know who you are, what you want to do with your life. I want to know everything about you, like everyone. So it's like, yes, I talk to a lot of people, but I get that comes off, I guess, sometimes people perceive that as like a negative thing, like I'm too friendly. But I mean, I don't think so. That's something that's never bothered me. I'll be friendly to the day I die, because I mean,
Yeah,
and like that's what it is.
a-
Like, and especially us being like in like the fields that we want to like go into. If I want to do what I want to do, I'm gonna have to talk to people. I'm gonna have to get to know the people. I'm gonna have to interview people. I'm gonna have to do all this stuff. So it's like, I mean, I feel like it fits my personality if that's already something that I like to do. So when people say that, I'm kind of just like, what? But if I'm a B word to you, now you're like, like she got a bad attitude, this and that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just have like a fun personality. Like I'm very lighthearted. I'm very cool. I like to always brighten the
you
mood.
like to have fun.
Yeah. So it's like, guys, I just like being friendly is not a bad thing.
It's okay.
Exactly. Like
my thing is
friends.
the whole. I guess a lot of my like talking stage overcase, they usually end through this thing called self-sabotage. You know what that is? You know
yeah.
So a lot of girls, they'll meet me, but whatever case may be, oh, he's cute, da da da, and then they'll get something, they be like, okay, well, he's tall, okay, so now he has a good personality, okay, well, he's kind of wild, you know what he's talking about, he's intelligent, da da da, okay, well, now he got the status, a lot of people know him, da da da, a lot of people respect him. Then it comes to a point to where they'll think in their head, nah, it's too good to be true, like it's one of them, so then they'll leave. And me personally, if you want to leave, I'll open the door for you. You can go. I'm always a gentleman. Wow. You can leave. But then they'll come back. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of things. And George, he came on here, and he kind of broke it down for me. He just said, he said, you know, being honest with you, bro, guys like us, we're intimidating because girls, they don't really think, oh, this guy can actually exist. They claim that they want him, but then once they get him, they be like, damn. He's actually here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
No,
but I don't know.
I've caught myself doing, like, being the one that self-sabotages.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like,
why do you do that?
Okay, so basically, well, for me, where it comes from is in my past, I've never, like, had someone that's been loyal to me. There's always been something that's gone on, or I've been cheated on, or something like that. Something that's, like, you weren't honest. So that's built, like, and that's come something before even all of that, just in, like, my childhood. Like, personally, I didn't have a dad around, or like, and stuff like that. So the absence of a dad, and then it's like, with my family, it's just stuff was like, the way the stuff was is like, I just didn't have too much stability. So then when you get somebody and it feels like it's stable and it crashes down on you, and then you try again, and my problem was that I would try again too soon before I let myself kind of like heal from it. So then now when I've met someone that's like, okay, check box, I'm like, that's not right. Something has to happen, right? Like, something's supposed to happen. And so then I go out of my way almost to kind of like find something or pick something and be like, and it'll start an argument, boom, blow up. That's, So I'm stopping that's what I'm saying. Turning over a new leaf, I'm trying to stop myself from doing that. It's bad. It's a really bad thing that I do. It's self-sabotage, or like, I'll start pushing them away because I'm like, you're gonna hurt me before I have to push you away before you do it, or I have to do something.
But you're gonna push Mr. 80% away.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to stop. That's why when I see when I'm in the spot where I'm watching myself do it, I just gotta turn my phone and put it down. I'm like, here you go looking for something. When you have something like good, like a good vibe going, you have like good stuff going. It's stable, it's healthy, and then here you go trying to like find something like when you don't need to. You don't need to find something. It's not.
So with that being said, what are 3 things that your friends would say about you? Like, how would they describe you as? Like, give me, I guess, like 5 things all of them would say about you.
Good or bad, or just in general?
Just in general. Like, what are the norms about you? You know what I'm saying?
That I'm really, really caring. Probably way too much.
Okay, caring.
They say that a lot. That I find everything out about.
FBI agency investigating y'all. Y'all be safe, man.
Something? I got you. What else?
You scare me. Hello.
I mean, I guess I was gonna say like a good heart, but I guess that would go into like caring.
Got to.
Yeah. What else did they say?
Just need 3 more.
I can have a strong person. I like a strong personality.
She's stubborn.
They say that. I am.
She's stubborn, y'all.
I am stubborn.
This translates the woman needs. She's stubborn, y'all.
I am stubborn.
Hey, know what you get yourself into now.
I am stubborn. What else? I mean, they say. Probably that.
It's okay. We got time.
People sound crazy.
Oh boy.
I don't think I'm crazy, but it's something that I've received on more than one occasion.
Crazy?
I'm not crazy. Like, I just have to, like I said, if I have to know, if I want to know something, I will figure it out. That means you may have to figure it out in a crazy way, but that doesn't mean I'm crazy. I just have to know if I'm right or wrong. And then when I'm right, I'll keep my mouth shut until it's right. It's the time to open up about it. Then I'll say something.
Crazy,
So,
well, crazy.
I don't think crazy is the right word. I think I'm just really like
She meant crazy, y'all.
smart. I'm smart. I'm like meticulous with what I do. Yeah.
Okay, so smart, crazy. We gonna put that as number 4. Got number 5.
One more would probably be I don't know. Like I said earlier, that I'm really like lighthearted, really like funny.
Oh, okay.
Funny.
Okay.
Humorous. I'm really just.
Man, mine's pretty different than yours.
What?
Man.
What are yours?
What mine? How people describe me?
Yeah.
That's the main thing I hear. Number 1, pretty boy. It's not funny.
No, it's pretty funny.
Wow. Whose side are you on? Now play. Number 2, popular, famous, all that. It's all wrapped up in one. Celebrity,
Yeah.
all that. Look, man.
Well, if the shoe fits, wear it.
You know, Keira, I'm tired of you. No, I'm playing. Number 3.
So.
Loyal. Loyal. Number 4, like wise. Being wise for my age. Number 5, like the light in the room.
Yeah.
Light for the party. I don't know if you could. I kind of got that personality.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
we finna have a good time. Like,
yeah.
You know, this ain't finna be no boring situation. You feel me? So, yeah, them probably like the 5, but the first 2.
Pretty good. I think my friends also say
flirtatious.
Oh my god.
Naturally flirt though, like it's just crazy. That's
wrong, but
what?
I think.
Oh, you think I'm not?
I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
I'm about to say, tell it to the camera, please. Everybody be out there to see it. Please tell them. Thank you.
No. I can see you being flirtatious, yeah. But
you're failing me right
now. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's too late. She's laughing, pretty boy.
He's not flirtatious.
She didn't agree to the popular. Now she over here saying the natural flirt. All right, we did. That's 3 strikes. You're out.
No, but I think my friends also say, I think my loyalty runs like really deep.
Yeah, for sure.
Like for anyone though, like I don't know.
If I mess with you, man, I mess with you.
Yes, like my loyalty runs, and then sometimes they'll kind of not make fun of me, but kind of like harp on me about it. Like, Keira, why? And I'm like, because like that's just who I am. So my loyalty is like something that's like, I don't know. Yeah, that's a big thing. A lot of my friends would be like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm serious." So I don't know. Those are like the biggest things I hear from my friends. So.
Do you have any other questions? Anything? We talked about a lot, man.
We did.
It's like my longest episode. Well,
wow.
I've had a lot of long episodes recently, though.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. I guess. I don't know. Kind of talked about most things that like come up in my head. I don't think so.
You don't think so? You don't? It's okay.
I'm trying to think about it.
If not, I'm always here. Anything you want to know besides the podcast, I'm always here.
I don't know. Man, I'm trying to think.
Still trying to make sure I get all of it out.
Yeah, really though. Let's see. Man. So what would you do in a situation where if you're messing with a girl and she doesn't like your friends or like have you been in a situation like that?
Yeah.
What happens? Like, what do you do?
Well, first I would ask why you don't like my friends, right?
Yeah.
And then if that's the case, man, I just won't bring you around them. I just want anytime, you know, I do want a girl that I can bring around.
Right.
But the case, man, we can just kick it and chill. But yeah, I just want to bring you around them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think when I say girls are goof, I find that attractive because can't bring around my people. You over here just being stuck up and quiet and everything. No, you gonna need to talk, joke around. You know, we gonna talk some mess over here. You feel me? You got to get with it. You know.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I just kind of just don't bring the girl around. My friends. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't really worked out too well. You know what I'm saying? Because then the guys be like, oh, what happened to such and such?
Right.
Bro, she ain't really the biggest fan of you. Oh, why? Da da da.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
then, okay, another question before I forget it is, so when a girl, or like for guys too, but it's both. So like, say if in a friend group, the guys are a certain way, and how do I put this? The guys are a certain way, or I guess from your viewpoint, if my friends were a certain way, and would you look at me and be like, so you're that way too?
That's a great question.
Because like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Great question.
Because
let me tell you like this, right? When it comes to like a guy taking you serious, he's gonna look at your friends. Right. If he has any sort of sane mind, you know, if he's some sort of smart, he's gonna look at your friends. He's gonna look at how they move, what they say, the things they say. So be wary when you bring him around your friends, right? That's just my advice to you. But yeah, we definitely look at that. And the thing is because girls tend to be very influential. And with that being said, it's like this. When it comes to a relationship, or when it comes to a guy, girls tend to give each other terrible advice. Like horrible advice. Like
not always.
No, not always. I said tend to.
Okay, you're right.
In general,
I'm really good at giving advice.
Oh, hey, that's how you are. We gotta test that out. You know
what
I'm
saying? Really yeah.
But yeah, they tend to give each other terrible advice. So with that being said, I need to know what type of brain your friends have. You know what I'm saying? Just from a general sense. I ain't gotta dig into it all that, but I gotta know how they move, what they think, and which friend is the most influential to you. Which friend do you vent to the most? Which friend do you talk to the most? You feel me? And that's the one, because that's the one you're gonna go to. You can say all day long, oh, man, you get in a situation, I'm gonna keep it between. No, you're not. You can go tell your homegirl something.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But,
well, I mean, for the most part, I mean, I really do keep that stuff to myself because I feel like my emotional intelligence, the way my brain is, I feel like I can, like, I don't know, figure it out. But if it's something that I'm really, like,
that's the
distraught
best
on,
way. It's the best way to keep it between the two of y'all.
Yeah,
right?
But if it's something that I'm really, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna ask, like, the one, like.
And see, that's the thing, because that stigma of single women keep other women single. I'm here to that is a.
Yeah.
That's a
well,
fact.
my thing. Okay, so my thing with my friend group, I hang out with. It's really 3 other girls that I hang out with,
okay.
And they're all like different, which I really like. Like the way that they think is kind of like different. So, I'll really like ask all of them for advice to kind of see like what everyone thinks, and then I kind of go based off of like how I really feel, but like kind of taking to consideration depending on what they say, because like I say, they all deal with things differently. So one of them might, just like hypothetically speaking, one of them might be like, F him, let it go.
There you go.
Be like, it's funny, mess with his friend, or just let him go, be mature. You know, like that. Hypothetically speaking, like they all come from like different places. So it's like, like it's very, not very rare, but kind of rare that we come to like a big consensus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I don't know. I would say, because I'm like, the question I asked you, I'm always like, kind of like, I can't like figure out what my answer is, because it's like, when I look at a guy and his friends are a certain way, I'm like, well, y'all are friends for a reason. Like, maybe that's like, that could be the thing. But then like with me and my friends, I mean, like, yes, we're friends for a reason. Yes, we have a lot of like similarities. We're like a lot of stuff in common. But when it comes down to relationship stuff, I think that we deal with stuff different ways, but like sometimes in the same ways, but for the most part, like differently.
And also, that's the thing, right? Like if you mess with me, you're gonna realize like I have a lot of different friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got AJ, Bryce, and George out there. Then I have my partners John, Zach, Mike, all of them. You know, it's just different.
Yeah.
Right? And they all think different. They all kind of, well, not really. They all do think differently, but they all kind of similar in a way too. And I'm kind of similar to them.
Yeah.
You know, in different ways. You feel what I'm saying? But it just really depends. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like a guy judging you about your friends or because I'm not gonna judge you if your homegirl says something dumb. I ain't gonna say, okay, well, the girl I'm messing with dumb too. No, I'm not gonna say something like that.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, this is gonna be noted. It's gonna be like, all right. So now I know that if we get into it and she go to her and I do something wrong, I can kiss that goodbye, because she gonna 9 out of 10 listen to her, and she gonna come back and be like, yeah, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of one of them things, you know.
I guess.
Y'all, we do. You know, we pay attention to your friends. I'm a very family oriented person, so
Yeah.
if we get to that point, I'll pay attention to your family. You know how you interact with them. What's your relationship like with your mom, with your dad, with anybody in your family, you know, that you love. So yeah, that's what I would say to that.
Yeah, I would say I take advice from like my friends, but if there's something that they advised and it's just like against like my character, I won't. That's one thing I cannot do is I will never go against like who I really am, just because like
that get back stuff that
I can't.
They don't understand. They don't even want to do that because you really like the guy. So you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't even want to be with no other guy. You like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I say even like with my relationship, because I say like all the stuff that like kind of has gone on with me really stemmed from like me being a child. So like my relationship when I was younger, I didn't really have a relationship with my dad like at all. He was pretty absent. And so my mom, I mean, she was there. She did everything. I mean, I'm very grateful for my mom. But
so
like,
you grew up in a single parent household?
Yeah.
Okay.
But emotionally, we never like.
Yeah.
It was really.
She has to play that role of that.
Yeah. So it was. We always were clashing heads all the way, like from middle school all the way throughout high school until. It was really until like I moved out and we were kind of like separate. And then my mom kind of got into her own kind of healing. Yeah. And because, you know, a lot of that stuff is generational stuff. So it comes from like my grandma, the way that my grandma's relationship was with my mom. And my mom, I can see it in my mom, but the stuff that has happened between them kind of happens between us. And so I brought that to her attention. I'm like, this won't work. It's going to continue. Yeah. So now when she's at a spot now where she's like done that, we're a lot closer. I call her and tell her about anything. I used to never be able to open up to her about that stuff. So that's like one thing. And like, it's just different because like I said, it stems like from my childhood. The absence of my father had a big impact on like the way that I see guys or the way that I interact with guys at first. For sure. And so it's like, my mom doesn't really understand that because she had both of her parents. So I mean like, I kind of am like,
you don't really know what to look for.
Yeah. So and at first, and that's what, another thing. That's kind of like what I wanted to.
Sabotage is a good thing.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I wanted to. That's kind of what I want to ask you about that. Have you seen the whole like bop lore thing on TikTok?
No.
Where they say, okay, so they basically talk about like girls who they call girls like bops if they've been around or if they've had like multiple like sexual partners or like stuff like that. Immature stuff. Okay. Because when it boils down to it, it's like me speaking personally. If I'm somebody who has never seen what healthy like a healthy relationship would look like, and then two, just never had like that kind of like love from your dad, it's like when you go and find this stuff, you kind of not give yourself but like throw yourself into something when it's really in reality it seems like it's right, but in reality it's really unhealthy and you don't realize it until it's done like the ultimate damage. Yeah. So then you keep looking in these other places when you don't realize that what you need to go back to is yourself and heal that part of yourself. So when I see that on TikTok about this whole like bop lore thing, I'm like, it's kind of crazy because it's like you're like sitting here telling these girls like you're ran through or whatever it is, when in reality they just have been like spending their time trying to look for something that they didn't when they needed to look for in themselves. And then it's saying
they should like accept that from them, like they should be given that opportunity still.
Yeah, and then it's also just like me being, and I know for me personally, I used to like be really centered around like male attention because I didn't have any when I was younger. And then at the start of in middle school, I got like bullied like really bad. Like I got bullied in elementary school. I had to move schools, got bullied in middle school. We moved to another state and I still got bullied. And I wasn't like getting attention like from males.
So Chad, don't be cracking no jokes when you come into her DMs, man.
That's not funny. I'm gonna sit behind my phone and cry like no, but like so then when I came back to Texas and I was in high school and I started to get a lot of attention from guys, it was kind of like overbearing, but then I kind of like was indulging in it almost too much because and I didn't realize that like guys were like trying to talk to me for one thing when I was trying to talk to them like, you know? Yeah. So you start like, and so it's like, this is not right, go to the next one. This is not right, go to the next one. Until it's like, slow down. Yeah. And then it's like, I don't know, you just talk to someone. You're not giving yourself time to heal. So then like, that's whenever I was like, enough. Well, and then I was like.
Well, let me say, to everything you just said, I mess with a lot of different girls from a lot of different backgrounds. Some single parent households, some parents are divorced, some grew up in a 2-parent household. The one common thing that I've noticed with all of them is that even when I watch other podcasts or just talk to people in general, the one thing that I've noticed is that there isn't any sort of teaching being taught onto how to teach a little girl what to look for in a guy. You may teach her the bad things about men, but you don't teach her the good things. So what happens is she grows up now, in a sense, subconsciously hating guys. She don't even realize that she does it, but she's hating guys. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't respect guys. She hates guys. And with that being said, the number one way that a woman can truly be invested into you, or if she really loves you, or the case may be, she has to respect you first. Yeah. So if she don't respect you, it ain't gonna never happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say to that. I haven't really. That's the number one thing that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that needs to be fixed. Yeah. Because it ain't getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Versus maybe the dads are in the girl's life. They may tell them, hey, look, I do this, leave him alone. But you ain't telling her, but if he do this, stay. Right. If he do this, he's a good guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just throwing out the bad. You know what I'm saying? But
then also I think, like, if you have a present father in your life who's, like, really there, because, I mean, some girls have their dad in their life and they're still, like, not present. So it's like when you have an actual present, like, father, you kind of almost build your standard, like, up off that. Because they say, like, when you're a kid, like, if you're a girl, your dad is kind of like your first crush and vice versa for a boy. So it's like, you kind of, like, I mean.
The dad thing, that's a very. The dad also don't tell her, I'm your father. So I love you unconditionally. The man that you get with isn't me. He's not going to give you the princess treatment, quote unquote. Yeah. Unless you deserve it. I'm going to give it to you because you're my daughter. Right. Yeah. He's not differentiating. He's not deciphering that, like, baby girl, you can't do it. You know, you can't expect this in life because he's not your dad. Yeah. You're not his princess. You're trying to be his queen. You know what I'm saying? But you got to show him something for him to want to make you his queen. You know what I'm saying? But I just personally think that in general, right, since that happens in the households, like me and you discussed, I think a lot of girls have at least missed out on one good guy, one decent man. They've missed out. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because you don't know when that type of guy gonna come back again, if he come back again. Right. Ain't that many that's the whole thing nowadays, right? Ain't a lot of decent men out there. Yeah. So you didn't miss out on him. You better be lucky if you meet him again. If you meet somebody like that again, you better hold on to him. Yeah. That's why that self-sabotage stuff, man, it'd be immature to me because it's like, bro, do you know how rare it is to find a genuine person? Yeah. Yeah, that's really true. I don't know. That's why that's my biggest thing is, like, trying to kind of stop that because it's like, I don't know. I'm scared of taking a risk. So it's like, you just have to, like, I'm getting into, like, it boiled down. I was so scared of taking a risk. Like, it boiled down to the fact of my appearance. Like, I didn't do stuff with my hair. I didn't do stuff, like, certain stuff. It was last year that I, like, was like, 2023 is the year I have to start, like changing stuff. I really hated change. I really hated, like, so it's like, this is the year that I have to start it. And so I started doing, like, hairstyles that I would never thought I would do. This is one of them. Never thought I would have had my hair. Like, I kept it to braids and, like, that's it, really. And so that was kind of, like, my biggest thing. I was like, okay, now take this and bring it, like, put it in other stuff. Yeah. Like, take a risk this, take a risk there, take a risk that. Like, I was in a debate last semester. Never thought I would have been in a debate. Then it's like, I went to go speak to middle schoolers about college experience, stuff like that. Never thought I would have done that. Really? Like, that's so it's just, I just do, like, a lot of stuff now that, like, okay, you want to do it, you're afraid, you're anxious, whatever, but, like, that's just life. Like, take that risk. Yeah. So that's really, like, one of my biggest things. Yeah. You got anything else? I don't think so. Don't think so? No. We got any? Well, so what's your last thoughts on the show before we get up out of here? What do you think about it? It's great. I think it's really good because it's like this whole, like, podcast is, like, it's really beneficial to everyone, really, because you just get to hear, like, a lot of different sides about different opinions that sometimes we just don't want to ask questions, like, ourselves to other people. So you can sit and just, like, listen to them. And I think that's really cool because a lot of people just don't, like, talk about stuff. They don't ask necessary questions. Yeah. They don't. It's just like, I don't know. We're human. Like, it's okay to ask questions and stuff. It's kind of like it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to, like, you know. And that's something that I really had to taught myself. Like, I'm not a robot. Like,
This is just who I am. So I don't know. This is really like beneficial, like for especially nowadays. Man, so
that's one of the reasons why I started. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you ain't got no more questions, no last comments, concerns, no. Okay.
No,
well, I appreciate you coming on here.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to have to get you back on here with the group episode.
The group episode. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's coming out, y'all. New season coming out. You feel me? New season coming out. Yeah. But y'all, I'll be back here Friday. I'll be back here next week, every Thursday, every Friday, man. So y'all tune in, check me out, subscribe to the channel, people. I'm bringing in content. I done lost some hair follicles out here. You know what I'm saying? Talk to some of these people. You feel me? So subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe.